The tea with Novi and Jordy.
I'm so listening to this.
I only do bougie.
I honestly don't really like anyone.
Just fuck everyone else.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm just letting my lashes grow.
If it's not pink,
Any glittery?
we don't want it. This was not on my itinerary.
Don't be such a fucking brat.
Oh my god.
Hey, brats. Welcome back to episode 4.
Woo woo, I can't believe we're here.
We're almost halfway through season 1.
Yes, I know. That's crazy. We can't wait to have some guests on. We are going to have probably 1 or 2 guests on this season. And
we're super excited. I hope you guys are excited for it. We've kind of already talked to the people that are going to be our guests. So we already have them picked.
If you are interested in being a guest,
let us know. Please message us.
If you have like a juicy story or you just want to talk about
a certain topic.
Yeah. So
definitely let us know. So we're going to talk about the hot topic of the week. And that is Ace family.
We love the Ace family. Well, we love Catherine.
And I was listening to, or I watched the Ace family since fucking dinosaur ages.
Right.
If you don't know the Ace family, they have a YouTube channel. They're a family. They got like 3 kids.
Austin
and Catherine.
Their 2 kids.
3. They got
3.
A baby boy. He's a couple years old.
He's
now.
like 2.
So sad.
Yeah.
But they've been married. And they're super big YouTubers. They have done like super big charity events, huge basketball.
They have like 18 million subscribers on YouTube. They've been doing YouTube since like 2016.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So they're super big. But as anybody and everybody knows, they're getting a divorce.
Quote unquote.
A divorce. I kind of hope they are. And I know that kind of sounds fucked up. But Austin has treated Catherine like shit for years. It's been very well known that he has cheated on her. There's screenshots.
They've been in a lot of scandals in the last couple of years. Well, I can't say they. I don't know as much about Catherine's scandals. You know, she has been involved in some, but you don't really know what goes on behind closed doors, especially with celebrities.
Right. And so right now they're saying they're getting a divorce, right? And if you watch them on Snapchat, which I do, I follow both of them. Catherine has been posting, she's flaunting it, okay? Yeah. She's thriving. She's doing super good for herself. She's hanging out with friends. She's doing her thing. Austin, on the other hand, is out here making a fool of himself.
So Austin said that when they got a divorce, he was going to get, or he had acquired a house down the road from their family home, and that
big ass house.
Right. And that Catherine and the kids could stay at their family home. Well, something happened and the house fell through. And so he ended up getting an RV and parking it on their front lawn or their neighbor's front lawn and is paying rent to stay on the lawn.
Which it's funny because, so like the next day, his first night, he ends up getting a ticket saying that he needs to move his RV, right? And I don't know, you can literally fake that shit. You can go on there and fucking do a Word document and type that up yourself. One of the things that I think is a scandal that I kind of thought about.
Well, not only that, okay, he had that done. He had some midget come and fix his AC unit, right? He was like, I called on some website and tried to look for somebody to come fix my AC unit, and this midget showed up. He was like, is this real life? You can so tell that it's like staged.
And then this morning on his Snapchat, he was walking to the bus station because gas was too expensive. And then he gets to the bus station. These kids show up on a dirt bike. They're going crazy like, oh my God, it's Austin, right? He misses the bus and has one of the kids take him on the back of his dirt bike to Ross. And he tries saying, I'm here for a fitting. Like, it was just so staged and fake and like, what the hell am I actually watching?
You see Catherine and she posts she's at the pool with her sister. And then you see Austin's side of it where he takes a picture of Catherine and her sister at the pool chilling.
It's so creepy. It's
so clearly it's a stunt, but the way that Catherine came out with it on her story was like, I'm super traumatized from this. I need to move on. Like, it is my time for me and my kids. So if this is a stunt, she will lose a lot of her following, like her personal following, because a lot of her personal following has, like, if you go on the comments on TikTok on the videos that Catherine has posted and been like, we just haven't been happy. This hasn't been us. People in the comments are like, girl, we knew. Girl, we've known. We were just waiting for you to say something. Like, we were waiting on you.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you watch their YouTube, like the few videos, they've stopped YouTube like for a year now. If you watch some of the back videos right before they
which is probably why they're doing this, is because they're not clickbait right now, and so they need clickbait.
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely that's why it could make sense.
Because it wouldn't make any other sense to me other than that, to do it as a stunt.
Yeah, definitely. Their relationship has been blasted so many times on Austin cheating on her, and like I said, there's straight screenshots.
I don't know if I could any of my relationships could survive the media.
Exactly, and when there's screenshots and there's Tana and Jake Paul blasting your ass, mind you, Jake Paul and him fought, right? That's okay. They fought, and once Austin became his opponent, Jake Paul decided to really blast him on some real shit.
Right.
Like, you don't forget when you called and there was a fucking lipstick, I'm pretty sure it was like a lipstick, in your car, and Catherine called them and was like, whose is this?
Right.
And Tana was like, oh, that's mine, and took the blame. And she talks about it all the time. She's like, I should have ended up telling Catherine, like, that's not mine.
Period.
Like, no, that is a bitch in your car, plain and simple.
Right. No, and the fact that your relationship is in such public scrutiny all the time. God.
You can't cheat, home dog. You were in a public. There ain't getting away from that. Like,
no, at all.
I don't know. I think Jake Paul in himself is kind of a joke.
Right. He's an asshole. Like, for me, him being a fighter, goofy, dude. He's a fucking goof.
Goof. That is a fake thing in itself. I think that's all for
money,
clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it.
Like I said, stick them in the ring. Stick him and his brother in the ring with actual fighters like Nate and Nick Diaz.
You can't, like, and even because I'm pretty sure Jake Paul did fight a fighter.
Diaz brothers would whoop your fucking ass.
And he fucking didn't win. How the fuck do you lose when you're just a YouTuber? The world may never know. But I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Jake Paul. I've watched like a documentary that he did with Shane Dawson. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's on YouTube, and Shane does like a whole interview type thing with him, and he ends up getting like more in depth of his childhood and how he grew up, and his dad's a fucking asshole. And
really?
Like, the shit that they went through and the shit that his dad did to him and his brother is kind of the reason why he is today.
Right.
And his dad really made it like, you have to be the best fucking version of yourself, and if you're not, I'm gonna make sure you are. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass, pretty much. Like,
damn. Yeah, no, that's hardcore. Like, growing up in a household like that where the expectations are so high to be a certain character that your parents have formed you into or want you to be, a lot of the time because they weren't or they couldn't get to that point. I feel like a lot of like homes like that where parents are like that, like so overly bearing like that, is because their dreams didn't quite get to where they wanted them, and so they're trying to force their kids into that dream. Right, into that dream. And so it's sad.
And it sucks because
and a lot of people who are assholes like Jake Paul probably go through a lot of that stuff at home, and you don't know that. You know, you don't know what is behind a lot of like mean people's lives. Like, it could be a lot more mean things than we know.
Well, and it sucks because they, you know, like I said, his dad made him into the person that he is now, and so he's just a fucking asshole. But it was really his dad's fault in his childhood, and that's what sucks, is your childhood really makes you the person that you are today.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you really realize that as a mom or as a parent in general, that like these years really fucking count.
I think that there's two ways to take that too. You know, you can make or break it. You know, you are raised a certain way, but when you're not raised in a fully healthy way, if you learn how to break that cycle, you can.
100%. But there's still going to be those
tendencies.
Little things
and
tendencies.
Yeah.
Just like Gypsy
Old habits
Rose.
die hard.
Gypsy Rose, I'm sorry, but you have the DNA of your mother. Plain and simple, you guys have the same DNA. You will become a manipulator.
Don't fall far from the tree.
you will be a manipulator. You've learned that as your mom's. Now,
she proved that in the way that her mom was killed. You know, November and I know a couple episodes we were like, die hard Gypsy Rose, like, yes, please give her a Grammy. No. Flip flop. We kind of did our own rabbit hole research and just figured out that not figured out, but, we feel for one Nicholas Godejohn. And after he came out with an interview and just watching him still say that he had feelings for her and that he would ride for her, it gave me the ick, because the way that she got him to kill her mom was the same way that her mom was manipulating her.
well, it's really sad. I watched a documentary and she literally says, like, I did my time. It's time for him to do his. I didn't kill my mom. He did. And that shit's so fucked up. It doesn't fucking matter. You manipulated somebody who has, he has a lower IQ than Forrest Gump. Okay, so like, he's mentally challenged and he's special needs, and you took full advantage of that.
Did you see the interview of her saying, I'm tired of people calling me a murderer? When you go on Google and you look up Gypsy Rose's charges, it says 2nd-degree murder.
Yep.
You are a murderer. And not only that, but say what you want in this world and in this time, you will have your judgment day. And on things like that, and I think taking accountability for things in life is the biggest thing that you can do. Taking accountability for anything. I dropped that piece of gum. My bad. XYZ. I killed that person. I took part in that. And that's the other thing. She doesn't want to heal. And that's another part of a manipulator, a sociopath. They don't want to get better. And her continuing to come out here and saying, the D is fire. Like,
yeah, like, oh, what?
No, makes no sense to me. And I think that she is just as big as a manipulator as her mom.
Yeah.
And I fell for it for a little bit.
Right. And of course, like, you didn't do the murder. You didn't kill her. But there was a video of you literally having a knife showing the stabbing motion on top of your mom before he killed her. And then you went and slept with the man in the bathroom after your mother was dead in the other room. After she literally was just screaming your name in pain, she's dead in the other room, and you go and sleep with the man that just killed your mom, and then you guys just run away and act like this fit. Like, no, there's something wrong with you, and there's something wrong with you.
And her saying that, like, she didn't know that she was doing anything wrong. She was just trying to get out of the situation that she was in. No, we don't know the situation that she was in. And that's why I will stand with my statement that I said a couple weeks ago of, like, don't speak on a situation until you're in it. But the actions that she has manipulated and proved after the fact is why I have my opinion. I can't speak on her situation of her growing up because I've never been through it, but I can speak on the fact that running away and hiding, manipulative. The way you got somebody to kill your mom rather than just telling somebody or
doing it yourself,
whatever, manipulative.
And I also think if she would have done it herself, I still think she would have gotten the clout that she has today. I think if she killed her mom, her fucking self, people would still give her the clout that she has today because of what she went through when she was younger with the lady. Like,
and it's not even something that deserves clout. It's something that deserves, like, she needs to heal from it. And I think that the things she's doing are not things that are going to help her healing journey or help mold her into an actual, like, functional human being in society.
And I really thought that at least take what you've been through and go tell your story so that it doesn't happen to somebody else. I think that's
Absolutely.
That's what she should have done, is go and tell your fucking story. Say what you've been through as a child and, like, the shit that we don't know.
Eminem's mom is the same exact person that Gypsy Rose's mom is. And if you listen to any of his rap music, you will know that. You will know that that is one of the reasons why Eminem has been and is a pill addict, because his mom force-fed him pills growing up, and he became a pill addict. Go listen to some of Eminem's darkest songs about his mom, and you will figure out that Eminem's mom had the same exact syndrome that Gypsy Rose's mom had. So there are people out here who decide to tell their story in a different fucking way.
Exactly, and you don't have to kill her. But I mean,
for sure.
I don't hate you for it because I would have probably
Well, and
done
I
the same
think that
thing.
prison would have been much worse for her if you see and you read into the fact that Gypsy Rose's mom went to prison, and that was one thing that she did not want to go back to. She was fucking terrified to go back to prison. So, I mean, send her back there. You know, that I feel like she maybe would have killed herself eventually. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Like she didn't have anybody to manipulate her. You know, I
And
don't
her
know.
whole family hated her. I mean, when they got her ashes, they literally flushed them down the toilet. So,
Yikes.
couldn't be me.
Yeah. No.
All right. So you guys all wanted to talk about some conspiracy theories. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a couple of them, and then we'll touch base on just some Disney myths that people have talked about that are kind of like, what the fuck?
Right.
So first things first, I brought this up a couple weeks ago, I don't know. I get our episodes confused and all put into one at this point. But I had talked about living in the Matrix and, multiple dimensions and shit like that. And so why I kind of believe it is because if you guys watch The Simpsons, everybody knows that The Simpsons literally predicts what has happened. They've predicted 9/11, they've predicted coronavirus, everything that's pretty much happened.
Literally.
There's an episode on The Simpsons about, and it is known that they make movies and childhood cartoons and shit like that. They make things
based
happen.
Based
on real events and things that happen. So when something like that happens, it's not so, oh my God, like that just fucking happened, right? And so if you guys have watched the Hunger Games, you know that they go into this game and people control them and they put out sicknesses and all this crazy shit to try killing these people off and see who the last one is. And so I believe that the government kind of does that with us. Coronavirus is a big one. They put out sicknesses and diseases and fucking animals and all these things that kill us for population control. And so that is a really big one that I strongly believe in.
Right. And I feel like that movie I was telling you about, Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm.
Always forget the name of it for some reason. I call it literally when I tell it to Nove, I'm like, the Julia Roberts movie. The new Julia Roberts movie.
I'm like, yes, I know what you're talking about.
But, November couldn't really get through it because it's a very tedious movie. You have to sit and like pay attention to every single second very tediously or else you won't really get it. But my dad and I like to get into movies like that. Like I can't do that by myself, but when I'm with my dad, my dad and I will like edge of our fucking seats sit on movies like that.
And I think if I was watching it with somebody else that I could kind of be like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? It would make a little bit more sense. But when I'm like by myself, I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
Like there is a documentary on Netflix about Cambridge Analytica, and it is insane. And I recommend that you guys go and watch it. It's another huge conspiracy with the last election and what it had to do with the last election. Well, I don't know if it was the last one or the one with Hillary Clinton. Go watch it though.
You know what's super crazy?
What?
2020 when Biden and Trump
right.
So in 2020 when the election was happening, the 49ers and the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Biden and Trump were going in office and COVID hit.
Right.
We're in 2024. Trump and Biden are running for election. Chiefs and the 49ers are in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's crazy.
What the fuck is going to be this year?
Yeah, no, for sure. Everybody
like
get ready.
COVID took us out. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Be ready.
Because the government,
Thank God I'm a stay-at-home mom and I can just hide in my fucking house with my kids.
This little game that the government's playing, they are up to something.
For sure.
But that movie.
Yeah, no, that movie, basically, spoiler alert, just if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it and you don't want to know, skip by this part, like 3 minutes by this part. But basically the movie at the end of it, it lets you know that they're in a war with another country. And in this movie, all the Wi-Fi shuts off. Like basically the world shuts down. Power shuts down.
New York is like big shuts down.
Well, just like electronics period, like Teslas start running into each other, like all this crazy shit. Well, at the very end of it, you find out that they're in a war with another country, and this war was actually created by man. And, the whole movie you're thinking, deer and animals are coming to the yard. This is a Noah's Ark type of thing. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
She's like, this little girl's about to build a boat.
Literally, I was like, you're supposed to be building a boat. A flood is coming. But no, that never happened.
That's so funny because the beginning of it, it's like that big ship is coming.
Yes.
Bro, I literally was watching. I'm like, why aren't they moving? Like
No,
the ship
for
is going
sure.
so fast, and everyone's just like, look at the boat.
Well, and my dad, when we watch movies, my dad, spoiler on my dad, he's a professional videographer. And so when we sit and watch movies, he analyzes them like a motherfucker.
Oh my God, I can
And
only
I mean,
imagine.
like, Jordan, the lighting over there and that camera angle right there is, I'm like, what? Huh? He's like, oh my God, if he would have brought that light down just a little bit and maybe used a different lens, it would have been a little bit better. So we're watching this movie and the boat comes forward and he's like, that would never happen. Why? Like, just let me watch the movie. Christian does this too because my husband, because he's a videographer as well. He was like, that would never happen. First of all, the boat would have docked a lot sooner than that because of how fucking shallow the water is right there. Just all this shit. So it's hard to watch a movie with Jesse because he literally analyzes every single little bit of it. But Jesse is my dad. I'm sorry.
Now you guys know though. So Jesse and Christian, which I also have a brother named Jesse, so it might get a little confusing.
Sometimes I call him Jesse just because we have both a daughter and father relationship and a business relationship. So
she calls him Jesse more than dad. Don't let her fool you.
At the end of this movie, they kind of explained that this war that they're going through, it was created by another country. And this other country basically made it to where our country just demolished itself from the inside out by itself without this other country having to come in and invade us or bomb us or anything. They played it as we're so reliant on our technology and on our car, on everything mechanical and technological, that if they took all of that away from us, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves other than destroy each other.
Which is so crazy to think about because the government is literally trying to take away our cars and only make us like drive
electric cars. And
So
eventually, that shit can be controlled and that
See,
shit can be overrided, right?
This is what I mean.
And electric cars can be overrided. Your Wi-Fi, your power, everything can be shut off. Your phone, your TV. So this movie just explained how we're so reliant on our technology in this country that if it were to be all shut off, we would go insane to the point where we wouldn't trust each other. We wouldn't. And that's the other thing is like this movie kind of, neighbors come over to neighbors' houses and people aren't trusting each other because they don't know what's going on. And it just shows how much we don't have any type of unity in our country at all whatsoever.
And I mean, if you think about it, we are in war with ourselves already. Politics is a big one. The Republicans and the Democrats fight all goddamn day, literally all day.
Right.
So we're in war with each other already. So I can only imagine that something else like this happens. Yeah, we're all doomed.
We create riots, big ass fucking just over each other in our country.
Literally.
Over laws in each other in our country. Imagine what would happen if we didn't have any type of technology. We didn't have anything that us as our generation is used to. We would go fucking bonkers, dog. Bonkers.
See, and I know that a lot of people that are going to watch this is like, well, back in my day, we didn't have cell phones, or back in my day. Okay, 100%. I get it. Back in your day, we didn't have that. By all means. But the way that the world ran today, there's not really a way that we could even live back in your day in today's world nowadays. Like, the world has changed so fucking much.
Period.
It's crazy.
One click and it's fucking out there to millions of people.
Kind of reminds me, I don't know.
Your newspaper took a little longer to get out there.
Last night there's a video that just went around the city,
our
town,
God.
okay? And this went around like wildfire. Okay?
I mean wildfire.
It's a raunchy ass video. You females in Medford are fucking foul, disgusting. It will be my video that if anybody's like, why do you hate Medford? This is why I hate Medford. But besides the point, that shit went around wildfire quick. Best believe I'm passing your shit around. The fuck, you shouldn't be a nasty, raunchy bitch.
Ew.
But so could you imagine literally how many people saw that by morning time?
Oh, right.
Where if social media wasn't a thing, you wouldn't even know what they did.
There wouldn't even be a fucking video back in your day. There were whores back in your day, okay?
They were there.
There just wasn't Pornhub.
But sex industry is the biggest industry that's been around for fucking ever.
Right. So don't talk on your day and age like you guys weren't fucking
any better than us.
Right. Let's talk about flat Earth.
This one's a big one. I feel like it's a super big controversy.
Right. I believe probably more leaning on the flat Earth side than not. You know, they say that one of the ends of our Earth is Antarctica, right? That's, you know, there's an ice wall there. We don't know anything past that. But, you know, per how much we don't believe what the government does and doesn't tell us, there have been so many things. I believe there's much more behind that ice wall. I believe there's more continents. I believe there's more
something.
There's more of the Earth than they're telling us. And I don't know if something happened behind the ice wall. You guys need to look into the ice wall in Antarctica.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
It is. And so, you know, people say that theory is debunked because we would fall off the side of the Earth or we would fall off the side of the ocean, but we don't know what the end, you know.
It's not like someone just gets in the ocean and just keeps on sailing until the end. Like,
no. And if anybody's ever done that, they've never came back. They weren't planning to come back.
They probably didn't make it either.
No, they probably didn't make it to tell you because it's probably that far. We don't know.
Right. Another thing that I've thought about, if you guys know what the Georgia Guidestone is, it ended up getting blown up, but there was like a hole that they drilled in the middle of this fucking stone, big old stone thing. In the middle of that hole, it always showed the Northern Star. All the time, anytime you looked at it, the Northern Star was right in there. How are we always spinning and the Northern Star's at the same place every fucking time?
Right.
But again, I don't believe we went to the moon either. So
right.
If we've been to the moon.
No, I don't think we went to the moon. If we went to the moon, why didn't we go back?
And they keep saying, you know, like, we're going to go back. Okay, if you guys went, why haven't we been then since?
Where?
If we already made it once, if we succeeded once, I would think that we would succeed again.
Okay, so you're gonna call me stupid.
I call you stupid every day.
You guys are really gonna be like this blonde bitch. So there's somebody who's gonna watch this, or a couple of people who are gonna watch this, who I hung out with, and are gonna be like, "Yep, knew this was gonna get brought up at some fucking point." When I was 15, I used to think that we lived at the center of the Earth, like the core center of the Earth. I swear to God.
She said when I was 15. It wasn't when you were 8 or when you were 15.
Dude, I never paid attention in school. Nothing at all. So
the heat was the middle of the Earth. She said, fuck the sun, guys. It's the middle of the Earth.
No, literally. Like, I thought, like, we lived at the core and there was all these layers on the outside. Like, we were in the middle of the Jawbreaker.
I'm dead. She said the middle of the Jawbreaker. Oh my gosh.
Deadass.
See, I don't even know if I really believe in astronauts.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Like, I'm sure there's fucking astronauts, but then when you really think about it,
you don't think that like people have ever like gone up into space and?
Well, if we have a flat Earth, how could you go to space? There is no fucking space, bitch.
What? Our planet can still be flat in space. I'm like,
no,
please tell me that
we have space, but I don't think that we've been. I don't think we get in a fucking rocket ship and fly through the fucking Earth. No, I don't know. I just no. Also, if you've ever watched, all rocket ships don't go straight. They literally curve, dog. So
I'm fucking dead.
No, I don't.
She does not believe. She believes in aliens, but she does not believe in astronauts.
I just don't think that we just go to space all the fucking time. Like, what? I don't know. That's weird to me. I don't know. I think there's life on Mars, and so if you've been to space, what, you're just not telling us about the fucking life on Mars?
Probably.
You haven't seen the aliens? Lies, bitches, lies. E.T. von Hom. That was my favorite movie when I was little.
Oh, I love that movie too.
Now when I watch it,
scared me a little bit when I was
Now when you
little.
watch it, dog, it's a fucking like
He's
it
weird.
Freaks me out. Like, I can't.
Have you
watch
ever
it.
seen that movie Paul?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's so funny. I fucking love that movie.
If I ever get abducted by aliens, I hope it's that type of alien.
Literally.
Talking about like multiple dimensions. That's one of them that I definitely believe in.
Yeah, like kind of like the multiverse in Marvel, or
Yep.
kind
Stranger
of like,
Things.
yeah, portals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked into it so much. I mean, with your theory of like us being in the Matrix, 100%. I think we're being controlled,
100%.
but I don't know.
See, and the thing I believe in other dimensions, like I said, the government makes movies and TV shows, so it's not so fucking crazy. And if you guys have ever heard of the Mandela effect is fucking crazy. You guys can go down a
Wild.
rabbit hole all day long on that.
The Mandela effect is wild. Like,
And there's so many of them. Like, it is crazy. And so they say the world ended in 2012, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but before 2012, the world really wasn't that bad. Like, it really fucking wasn't. The world was normal, I feel like, a lot more normal now than today. Bro, it's like normal.
Do you know Raven?
Raven, like That's So Raven?
No, like Raven Lee.
Yeah.
So she was my best friend
Weird.
in elementary school and in like middle schoolish.
I went to school with her.
Yeah, we're still pretty good friends. She's pregnant now. Congratulations, Ray. Love you. Mwah, mwah. But she and I, the day that the world was supposed to end in 2012, were together at my house, and my dad was out on a date, and we called him, bro. We called him. So I was so scared. November.
Stop.
I swear to God, I was so scared. I watched that 2012 movie so many times, and I was like, is it gonna be
She's
fire?
like, how am I dying today?
No, literally, I was so scared.
See, but if you think about it, after 2012, the world shifted, right? And that's when like weird shit started happening. Like people started thinking that they're fucking dogs, dolphin, cat, whale, and it's like normal. When you look at somebody else and you're like, bro, what the fuck? They take it offensive, like, you're weird. You don't believe that? I'm like, no, I don't believe that you're a fucking cat, homie. What? People out here acting like horses and shit.
People nowadays normalize shit that back in the day you would have gotten your ass beat for.
And that's what I mean, is that I believe that we went into a different fucking dimension and now we are where we at today, right? And so a couple Mandela effects that I've thought about that I'm like, see, that's where the change happened. Have you seen obviously you've seen 101 Dalmatians, right?
Right.
So Cruella DeVille, she is wearing a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of jacket is she wearing?
A fur jacket.
And it has like spots on it, or no?
It's white with black spots.
No. If you go watch 101 Dalmatians, it's not.
No, it's not?
No. It's literally just a white coat.
What? Like the new one or the old one?
The old one.
No way.
Swear to God, dude.
So not only that one, okay, but the other one that I want to say, is it Disney? Is it
a Kit Kat one? Yep, it doesn't have a dash in it anymore,
right.
Which always had a fucking...
The Star Wars one.
Oh my God, that's such a good one.
Right. I called my husband because my husband is like a diehard Star Wars fan, and I was like, so what is it? Like, what is the typical, like, is it Luke, I am your father? Or is it, no, I am your father? Obviously, we all know it's Luke, I am your father.
Mind you, I know this because I had this kid in school. His name was Luke, and he... every single time someone would be like, Luke, I am your father. He'd be like, bro, shut the fuck. Like, he would get so mad about it.
That's funny. Yeah, no, it is Luke, I am your father. Everybody knows that. But if you go back and watch Star Wars on anything now, it says, no, I am your father.
Which is fucking crazy.
Whose tail, it had the black
little thingy at the end.
Yeah, it was like zinged with black at the end, and now his whole tail is just yellow. I don't know. It's just so many things that, like...
You know what's going to be mind-blowing you? You know, like, the little symbol, like the Air Jordan symbol?
Yeah.
So he's worn shorts his whole life. Bro, he's, like, in sweats now. Like, the little, like, symbol that's Jordan. Yeah, right. He's wearing sweats.
Really?
Swear.
That's crazy. I'll have to go look at
She's
that
over here just staring at me like, what?
I'll have to go look at that
one. That one's crazy, huh? I found that one this morning, and I was like, there's no way. No way. It's
Shout
always
out to Michael
been
Jordan, though. Yeah,
super crazy. But yeah, that's what I mean, is that there's just, you can go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole on Mandela effects, and like there's just so many, and there's no way to explain it. I mean, Sex in the City's one, now it's Sex and the City. If you go and like all these things that we're talking about, if you go and search the old one or the one you remember, You cannot find it anywhere. There's no fucking such thing.
There's this candy from when I was little.
Oh my gosh.
It's my Mandela effect.
Nobody knows what this bitch is talking about.
Nobody. And I'm telling you, like...
So if you know this, please
my brothers and I used
knows.
to eat it. When I was a kid, I used to go to Boys and Girls Club, like, you know, most of us poor kids.
Which is so crazy because I went to Boys and Girls Club in California.
Right.
Which is so, like, that
so
was
funny.
my shit.
Yeah, that was my shit, too. I would literally leave school, go sign in at Boys and Girls Club, go straight to the air hockey table and get in line. Okay?
Bro, I did, like, a talent show at Boys and Girls Club. Yeah.
I would go to the air hockey table, and then I would go and play basketball for an hour, and then I would spend my last hour in the computer lab.
Oh my god, did you play Club Penguins?
Yes,
bro,
dude.
that was the shit.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they still have it.
Did you ever have a Webkins?
Oh, I had so many.
Yeah.
I was fucked up though because I used to go and take the tag off of Webkins so I can have the little code, and then I would go home and have that Webkins, but I wouldn't have the stuffed animal. So the people would go and get stuffed animals and they wouldn't have the code.
Oh my gosh.
So fucked up now that I think about it.
Well, yeah. No, I love those. Maybe we go on there and those aren't there anymore. Who knows?
Oh my god, we should try to look.
Literally.
I want to get the
or
kids
like
at
the Disney
Webkins.
channels.
Oh my god, the fucking Zach and Cody one and the that was my shit.
Stop.
You couldn't get caught by your mom?
Oh, the Lilo and Stitch one where you fucking catch sandwiches.
Like, oh my god.
Nostalgia, dog. Nostalgia.
Talk about your candies.
My candy.
The Boys and Girls Club, what the whole point of that fucking
Wait, why are you bringing up my candies for? What are you talking about? Yeah, no, they're these little candies. They come in blue, green, and red. And they're like licorice, but they're little mini, like this, you know, they're mini ones.
Like an inch, like
yeah.
tiny.
And they look like licorice candy, but they're covered in sugar. And I've talked to my brothers about it. I've talked to everybody I know who went to the Boys and Girls Club with me, and they're like, I don't remember. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
You were sitting literally right there.
I don't know. That candy wasn't at my Boys and Girls Club.
Well, it was at mine.
So some other crazy things. We're going to go into like Disney movies and the secrets behind Disney. So if you look, nobody has ever been pronounced dead at Disney. Any Disneyland, Disney World.
That's crazy.
Disney Museum, or whatever the fuck you want to. And this myth behind it is that the staff members have to move the body or get rid of the body out. They have to be outside of the Disney premises,
right? So
that they can forever be the happiest place on earth that nobody's ever.
That's crazy.
Super fucking wild to think about if that's actually true. Like, I mean, but you have to think. These people aren't getting shot in Disneyland, you know, so they're dying of like a heart attack, a natural cause. So it's super easy to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And so kind of tying into that, Walt Disney died, right? R.I.P. to Walt.
R.I.P. Walt. Thanks for giving us so much glory and happiness.
Which is also like scary at the same time.
Right.
They say that Walt Disney's head or his whole, some say his whole body, actually got frozen, and he's like in a
freezer,
pretty like kind of. It's called like cyrogenetically or something like that. And so they say that so when we get technology to be able to do so, they could reanimate him.
Wow.
And start creating movies again with Walt Disney.
That's crazy.
And that is so scary to think like if Walt Disney's fucking head and body is just sitting, just waiting to be reanimated. Like, what the fuck?
So my family actually is German.
That's dope.
Yeah, my grandma B goes to Germany. Well, she flies to Amsterdam. She rides the tram she stays there for a couple days, rides the tram from Amsterdam to Germany, stays there for a couple days, and then rides the tram into Paris, and then goes all the way back. She stays there for like 3 weeks. She's gone like fucking 60 times. Anyways, she used to tell me this story growing up about the castle that's in Germany. And the castle, I don't remember how to pronounce it, and I'm probably just going to fucking tank this, but it's called the Neuschwanstein Castle.
Something like that.
You look it up, Germany's castle, you'll see it. And it is the castle that Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, it is the Disney castle.
That's so dope.
Yeah, no, it is.
I actually want to go see it.
Me too. My grandma's
been
that
in life.
Yeah, my grandma's been there a bunch. My family lives about an hour away from the castle, and King Ludwig II, was actually it stated that he committed suicide and he was found in the lake behind it, which he actually, the conspiracy behind it is he was actually murdered and,
What?
put back there. So look into that a little bit more. It's actually really crazy. But yeah, King Ludwig II. And basically, I want to say in one of the princess stories, his name is in there, but him and Walt knew each other. And it's a really crazy story behind that castle. It's a really pretty castle, too. I pulled up some pictures for November last night of my grandma, like that my grandma had taken outside of the castle. And it's breathtaking.
Insane. It's super crazy.
It's a Cinderella castle.
Can we live there, please?
Literally. You can actually go in it and tour it when you're there.
Oh,
you have
that's
to buy
cool.
tickets, and it has to be a certain time of year. But yeah, you can go in it and tour it and have lunch there. And yeah,
Oh my God.
it's like a tourist attraction now.
Talking about Disney princesses, they say that Cinderella's real story, obviously they're looking for the princess that the glass slipper fits, right? They say that they actually cut off the princess's toes so that her foot fit in the glass slipper.
What?
Yeah, like the actual story of Cinderella, they say that, yeah, they cut off her fucking toes, bro.
That's crazy.
Right? Is about Peter Pan. So everybody,
I loved that movie growing up. Like, well, not so much Peter Pan, but I loved the Captain Hook movie.
or I liked Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
I watched all the Tinkerbells, which my son fucks with Tinkerbell super hard.
Love that. My brother Thomas in like 3rd grade bought Tinkerbell shoes and wore them to school, and the girls went bonkers for it. So
I'm dead. Well, the story of Peter Pan, everybody knows that Captain Hook is like the villain and Peter Pan is going and saving all these kids, but the actual story is that Peter Pan goes and kills all these children and takes them to Neverland, where children do not grow up because they're dead. And that Captain Hook is actually going and trying to save all these kids. And that's why he's always chasing after Peter Pan and doesn't ever like hurt the kids or anything. It's literally just him trying to go and catch Peter Pan.
oh my gosh, that one makes a lot of sense.
Right? Isn't that crazy? And like, it makes me almost hate Peter Pan though.
Yeah, so
Like,
much.
aw.
That's why I was like, what are you about to tell me?
This one is about Up, the movie Up. So Carl, the old man, his wife passes away, and the whole movie he's trying to go to Niagara Falls because that was one of their dreams. And his wife dies. He ends up the people are coming to take his house. And so they say that he actually died before they come and get his house. And so when he's going up in his house,
Right.
it's all of the balloons from when he passed away, and he's actually going up to heaven.
Aw.
And Russell is his guardian angel, and he has all of his, if you've watched, he has all of his patches or
Badges,
whatever,
yeah.
badges, and he's missing one. And the one is to have somebody cross over to the other side. And then once he does, he becomes a guardian angel.
Aw.
And I like thought, I seen that one, and I was like, that is the cutest thing ever. What
Aw,
the
even
fuck?
if it's not true, that's it. I
Right?
believe it.
That's the story.
Literally.
And so the next one that I'm going to talk about are just two of like, it's crazy when other movies are combined in each other.
Right.
And so they say that Jesse's mom from Toy Story is actually Andy's mom.
What?
Yeah. So like Emily, the one that gave Jesse up, if you guys have watched it, it's like the second one. She goes and
Yeah.
drops her off in a box. Yeah, they say that it's actually Andy's mom. And Andy's mom, they never say what her name is. And if you watch, I think it's like the first one, Andy's a little kid and he's wearing a red Cowboys hat, and
Right.
it's Jesse's Cowboys hat. Yeah, it's not actually Andy's. And so they say that it was his mom's Cowboys hat when she was little.
Aww.
Right? I'm like, wow, his mom's a piece of shit. But it's super crazy because afterwards, you know,
That's why she's out here donating toys. You know what? I think everybody who has like a non-profit organization has some fucking underlining reason behind why you got that, bitch. You did something and you are trying to fucking make up for it. You're trying to like wipe yourself of all your dirty ass sins.
and it would be crazy like to think about like Andy now having Jesse, you know, and his mom's probably like, oh, I remember you, bitch.
Right. The other one I knew was with Toy Story and Monsters Inc. with
Yeah.
Sid. Those two are also connected. I want to say that Sid is one of the kids that sits up in the room and gets scared.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Something like that. But yeah.
Boo has a Toy Story ball in her room too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like the little like yellow
With a
blue
star on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Super crazy. And then the last one that I'll talk about, you kind of got to follow me with this one. So, Ariel's mom died in a shipwreck.
Right.
And they say that her mom was on her way to Rapunzel's wedding. Okay? So they think that Ariel and Rapunzel are cousins.
Right.
Right? Okay, following along.
Yep.
And so Rapunzel ends up going to Elsa's wedding.
Wow.
Yeah, so Rapunzel, if you look, she has like the chopped brown hair and Kristoff. And if you look at when fucking what's her face, Elsa's getting like the correlation or whatever, you see Russell and not Russell, you see Rapunzel.
Who's Russell?
Right? You see Rapunzel and her Kristoff going to the correlation thing.
That's crazy.
Like the back of their head.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, there are a bunch of like theories that I think like mashed together in Disney.
And I think a lot of the movies are supposed to, like they all combine, and if you really look at them, it's super crazy. You're like, whoa, are you guys supposed to be related?
Right.
Super wild.
Yeah,
and it's
for
like
sure.
years later. So.
Right.
But yeah, that was a fun little conspiracy theory. We got just a couple that we've thought about or that we've talked about.
We'll probably do another one next season if you guys are feeling this one.
And if you guys have any conspiracy theories for us to go down rabbit hole, we would appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you guys know, I'm a really big conspiracy theorist, like I've said before, so I love all of them.
Before we head out of here, let's just touch on one that we completely disagree on. Go, November. Go.
Giants are real.
No, she's talking like in the forest.
Okay, no the fuck I'm not.
Hiding in rocks type of giants.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Yes and no. Okay, yes, I do believe that there were fucking giants, okay? If you go to Hawaii, King Kamehameha was fucking huge. He literally was a fucking, like, legitimately a giant. They have a fucking statue of the man. Giant. Huge. When I say a giant, this bitch is thinking I'm talking about like Jack and the Beanstalk. No, there's not some fucking 5,000
No, but you
pound...
are talking about giants who have been found to like open and live in rocks, like her and Misha. Show me this video.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Of this rock opening in the mountains, right?
And then the next day it's fucking closed.
And
yeah,
they say that
wild.
there was a giant who was living in there. I don't believe it. That sounds like a mythical creature to me.
Yeah, no, but do you believe in Bigfoot?
No.
Oh my, that's more wild than she doesn't believe in giants. You don't believe in Bigfoot?
No.
Are you being like dead ass?
100,000% I do not believe that Bigfoot is real.
Shut the fuck up.
No, dude. Where's your proof?
Dog, there's proof everywhere. We live in the state that has like the most Bigfoot, like it's the biggest creature.
I'm somebody, I haven't seen it, so I don't believe it.
Bitch, you've never seen God either, so the man above, but I don't believe in Bigfoot himself when there's fucking videos.
I'm allowed to pick and choose. I am.
100%.
I am.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, we're about to jump off a cliff, bitch.
No, I do, and that's why I say I'm
That's
allowed
so
to pick and choose, but I don't believe in Bigfoot.
That's so crazy.
And that's why I don't believe in giants like you're talking about in the fucking rocks and shit, because I just don't believe those motherfuckers would be scared of us. They could literally stomp on us.
Well, so can a fucking lion.
A lion
or a bear. A
could
bear
not stomp on us.
No, but a bear could fucking eat us alive and attack us, and they run from us all the time.
That's an animal. You're talking about a giant, one that has like the mind of a fucking human.
Bigfoot?
What kind of mind do you think Bigfoot has?
Probably pretty fucking genius to know not to get fucking caught by us, or the fact that if he did get caught by us, we're gonna kill him or fucking capture the guy. And I don't think it's just one Bigfoot. I think it's like an actual like species of this bitch. I'm mind blown. This is, please, anybody
this
that's
is coming
fucking
from
on
the girl
here,
who just said that she doesn't believe in astronauts. Let's just come on now.
I believe in astronauts. I just don't believe that we go to space all the fucking time.
That's what an astronaut is.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I guess I don't believe in astronauts. I don't know.
The definition of an astronaut is a man who puts on a suit and goes to space.
I don't know. That's so crazy. I'm mind blown. I'm fucking.
What wasn't on your itinerary this week?
Oh my God. So
I feel like the things that have happened in the last couple of weeks have been like me after you. So like if I tell something that wasn't on my itinerary last week,
it's going to fucking happen to me. Okay.
It's going to be on hers this week.
It's starting to like stress me out, completely honest. I'm really realizing that I'm getting karma for talking shit. Because when I talk shit about her daughter cutting her hair, my son turned around and did the same thing, right? And then she ran out of gas and I kind of like laughed about it, you know? Haha, hee hee. Yeah, okay. Well, the night before this not on my itinerary shit happened to me, I was talking hella shit about this bitch, okay? I was texting Kate and I'm like, but I was like hoping for like the most inconvenient shit. Like, I hope her fucking jacket zipper gets broken. Like, I hope fucking her car breaks down every time she leaves. Like, just inconvenience shit, okay? What do you know? Next fucking morning, bitch, I'm going to work. I wake up.
Who were you talking shit about?
Herbie, actually. I was talking shit about Herbie.
I figured.
Because she tried calling Kate and like being buddy. Bitch, you talk so much shit about her. Don't do that. Just because you see me and Kate being friends, bitch, don't do that. But anyways.
Back up.
Anyways, so the next morning, I'm just started this new job. Okay, I don't know how I feel about it, but
good job, November.
So big things out here. So on my second day, okay, second fucking day. Right now I'm working morning shift. If anybody knows me, I fucking hate mornings more than anything in the world. I hate the fact that morning comes the next day. If I could just constantly live life where we don't ever have a morning, I'll be fine. But
Literally.
we don't. So right now I'm getting up at 4:45 in the fucking morning, which it should be illegal if you're going to a job when it's still dark out. I wake up, 4:45, boom, throw up.
Love that.
Okay, I'm like, it's cool. We're fine. Shower, we're still right on track. Okay, we're doing big things. Then I remember I don't fucking have gas in my car. And I'm the type of bitch, just like Jordan, I don't ever look at my gas gauge. And when I do, I'm like,
I'm gonna make it.
Low gas? Let's see how much low I can get.
We'll push it.
I don't have time to push it this morning, okay? Like, you should have got gas last night. So I go to the fucking gas station, okay? And I'm like getting nervous. Like, my car is like not putting, but it's like, bitch, you're about to run out. Like, you know.
You're trotting.
Okay. I pull up to the gas station. This new fucking worker is working. So I tell him, I'm like, can I get 15 regular? Okay. If you use a card, you know that they always put a hold on your card, even if you get 15. So, new gas attendant, can I get 15 regular? Mind you, I need to get to work. Okay. He puts in 15 cents. I literally look and I'm like, sir, he's like, oh, I fucked up. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So he tries it again. Okay. Now the pump's like, see cashier. I'm like, bro, you are the cashier. Like, who am I supposed to be seeing? He's like, pull up to the next pump, right? I'm looking at him like, bro, I need to hurry. Like I'm going to be late. I don't have time for like this fucking up bullshit. Well, when he puts in my card, he tries to do it again. It now says my card declined because it just put $175 fucking hold on my card. Okay. So now I'm like flipping the fuck out. Okay. It's 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Everybody and their mother's sleeping. My phone isn't working right now. It's fucking dead, okay? I don't have anybody to call if I break down right now.
Literally.
It's 24 degrees, so I don't have a fucking way to walk anywhere. I mean, I do, but I'm going to want to beat the fuck out of someone by the time I get there. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to put my way to my mom's house and just pray for the fucking best. So I get to my mom's house, and I fucking wake her up. I'm like, Mom, can I please borrow $20? And I got you after work. Like, I need this.
Literally.
She's like, yeah, I got you. Gives me $20. I go to the gas station. At this point, it's like 6:25. I started work at 6 o'clock. Okay. My phone's dead, so I can't call my work. Mind you, I just started. I don't even know who the fuck to call, even if this stuff happens.
This is this bitch's luck.
Okay. At this point, I start bawling, like full on nervous breakdown. I have to go into this bitch, which I have like the most severe social anxiety in the fucking world. And so I'm just sitting there like, okay, do I not go at all? Or do I show up 30 minutes late?
Right.
Like,
how do we play this?
Well, I showed up 30 minutes late, and honestly, it ended up being a good day. Okay, it wasn't the worst.
Right.
The day just seemed super long. It's one of those days where you look at the clock and like only 20 minutes went by type shit. So The day ended up turning out good, okay? We didn't run out of gas. We made it. But a lot of inconvenience fucking shit happened, and homegirl almost ran out of gas.
Love that.
Did you have anything that happened on not on your itinerary this week?
Jordy's gonna skip her not on the itinerary this week.
I was like, Jordy has stuff that happened, but we're not going to talk about it. It's not podcast worthy yet.
Yeah, it's not podcast worthy. So November covered enough not on the itinerary for the both of us this week.
Who knows? Maybe next week she'll have it and I won't, because that just seems to be our shit
Our
right
vibe.
now.
Yeah.
So
thank you for joining us.
I hope you guys come back next week. It'll be episode 5. We'll be halfway through season 1.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
We will see you guys next week.
We will. I hope you guys all have an amazing week.
Yeah.
Spark that joint. Take that shot.
Bottoms up, bitches.
Have a wonderful week.
Love you. Bye.